Welcome back to another video. This one is hopefully going to be a review. We'll see. Probably not a review still. Of the 410, 400. I think that's what it is. These two differences. Put a bigger battery on the smaller one, smaller battery on the bigger one. That makes sense somewhere. But now we got the max. We got the 1.5-inch pipe. This stuff is massive. Let's see. This is a 3/4 fitting sleeve. Sleeve, is that what they call that? Ring? I think it's a ring. This is the 1.5 inch, just to be clear how much bigger that is. It's absolutely massive. Who's calling me? Spam call, I'm sure. Look at that. That's a big difference. That's a massive difference. The head size on this thing, 3/4 inch, looks laughably small compared to the 1.5 inch. What's also interesting is the inside of it, because it obviously fits on the same threads as this. The 3/4 inch, obviously, the 410 will go down from 3/8 inch all the way up to 1.5 inch. So 3/8, 1/2 inch, 3/4, 1 inch, 1 1/4, 1.5. Tons of different sizes for all your needs, I guess. But it'll take all of them. So because of that, the threads have to be the same size to be able to fit on it. So this will thread obviously onto the big one. Easy to thread. But here's the thing, it closes all the way because the big one's made for it. If you throw it, 410, again, brushless, bigger one. If you put it on the 400, the smaller non-brushless one, it does fit. You can tell it's kind of not liking it. That's as far as it goes on. And this is down all the way, as you can see. You let it go back, put it on, down all the way, doesn't want to go anymore. Now, when you actually push it on, what it does is opens it up. So that's as close as you can get. It also has a spring. I'm not sure what these are actually called. Spring tensioner, spring ring. I don't know. I'm sure there's an actual technical name for it. Check this out. You can't even get it inside. I was going to actually try to see if this thing, oh, there it goes, would expand them. But you can't even get it inside. Let's try it out. I could probably push it in a little bit. It's not going to work. I can already tell if you can't even put it in. Hold on. We need to cut a better piece. Let's get just your average PEX cutters. So these will not work. First of all, they're only made up to about 1 inch. But so that clearly won't fit around it. So you need your normal PVC cutter. Will work perfect for this. Let's shave off this end. Well, it doesn't really matter. Beautiful. Look at that nice clean cut there. That'd make a plumber proud right there. Okay, put you a ring on it. Good thing that's straight. Now let's see what happens. I think I can get the tip of it. Nailed it. Wow. I'm gonna cap that at that. Okay, so that's surprising, actually. That's incredible. Again, that's the 400. That's the regular, only supposed to go up to 1 inch. That would actually do 1.5 inches. I did not expect that at all. So there you go. That's amazing. Now, would you want to do multiple fittings with that? Probably not. But if it's the only gun you have and you only have to do one line, 2 or 3 fittings, because you're not going to run this stuff. I would say the main people that are going to run this are going to be, it's not residential. You don't run 1.5 inches in residential. There's no reason to. This is going to be multi-unit. And with that, just buy the gun. I mean, it's not that much more expensive. It's on sale on Amazon right now. I'll throw a link down there. It's always on sale. Everything's always on sale. They'll say it's more expensive than mark it down. But anyway, I'm actually really surprised about that. I did not expect that to actually do that, because I've had this one struggle. Again, this is a 9 amp-hour battery. If it was, well, let's just try it with that one. Let's see what it does with the 4 amp-hour. These are, 3 bars. I've had it struggle on, got enough lube on that. I've had it struggle on 3/4 before. Just when you're doing it day in and day out, it just kind of gets worn down if it's anything but a full battery. Let's see. It's not bad. That's still actually pretty good. I would say it doesn't really have much that gives it, the 9 amp hour. But again, if this is the only thing you have and you have to run 1.5 inches, I'd say go for it. It's your tool, not mine. That's technically not my tool either, but here we go. Now for the 410, 1.5 inches. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, let's get another pipe. Back to our PVC cutter here. Love it, love it. Good thing that's straight. I'll use this other one. I'm gonna cut that dead straight. There's a chicken in my van. Get out of my van. Crazy chickens. Anyway, here we go. Let's see what happens. Wow. Gosh. That's... Yeah. Okay, so a few things. I saw some mosquitoes. Great time of year right now. That's surprising. That's kind of crazy. So that is... I don't have any 3/4 with me. That's probably the same, if not faster, than actually doing 3/4 for whatever reason. I would say that's actually faster than 3/4. That is super surprising. Let me cut off another piece. That's crazy. So I might have to apologize to Dewalt for being a little bit too hasty with the not review last time. I think did I have another sleeve? I probably threw it away. It disappeared. Oh, it's right there. Getting old, I'm telling you. Yeah, so that's comparing to 1.5 and 3/4 inch. It's, I don't know. It's kind of hard to compare to it because you can't ever get the same brand of anything. You get a different, I feel like we got 4 different brands of PEX that we've used of the line. We always get 2 or 3 different brands of all the rings. You get different brands of, these aren't too bad because even if you get a different brand, usually you expand it, it'll fit in every time. The difference that I didn't expect though, and I'll try it again, so 1/2 inch PEX, when you are expanding it, you pretty much expand it as much as you can, and you got to get it on there immediately because it'll start closing very, very quickly. So you expand it as much as you can, you pull it off, you slam it on, and you hold it. I mean, 2 seconds the thing is held, and you can push it back wherever you need. I would give it, usually, I think the quickest we've probably turned on water on 1/2 inch is definitely within 5 minutes, probably within 2 or 3 minutes, truthfully. And we haven't had a leak on it. And we replaced, the most recent thing we did was like a 40-plex. So it was a good test of this thing. Again, has done hundreds and hundreds of lines. But it would close incredibly quick, 1/2 inch will. 3/4 inch will not. 3/4 inch, size difference here. 1/2 inch, 3/4, it's self-explanatory, you know the difference. 3/4 inch, once you get it down there and you open it up, you got, I mean, at least 5 to 10 seconds to fiddle around doing whatever you're doing to put that fitting in there. And then you have to hold it there for at least another 10 to 15 seconds in the exact spot that you want before it'll actually slowly clamp down. This, on the other hand, when I got it fully seated, it is not like 3/4 inch. That's like 1/2 inch. It was seating before I could get that in. So we're going to try it again and see. I'll let it open up a couple more times just to see if I can expand it and see how much working time we have. But you'll be able to see it. It's probably not quick. I don't even know what it is. I'll put it on here. Nope, there's grabbing right there. Golly, yeah. So that's pretty much like 1/2 inch. That's almost the exact I would say, I guess, contraction rate of 1/2 inch, which is very surprising. I guess automatically assumed, since 3/4 takes longer to contract than 1/2 inch, that it would be the same going up, but that is not the case. I'm wondering if it also has to do with the thickness of the wall diameter, because 3/4 inch, I wish I had some 3/4 and 1/2 inch to measure. 3/4 inch isn't that far off of 1/2 inch. But this stuff being twice the size is probably easily 2 or 3 times thicker on the edges than 3/4 inch and 1/2 inch for that matter. So that's probably really where it's at. That's crazy. That closes up really, really fast. Yeah, that's not too bad. Usually when you do it a second time, it'll take a little longer, but that's not bad. So, hey, if you do 1.5 inches, work fast. But usually when you do 1.5 inches, you're also not in a wall underneath the floor or something like that. You're going to be in a big open ditch, ideally. I don't know. I don't know what you do. So, yeah. Man, sorry, Dewalt. I didn't mean to prejudge you there. I should put some more lube on that. But as you can see, that's another thing. This actually retracts farther than that one. That's probably the end. So it goes out about the same, but it retracts a lot more. So that's why it's able to go on. Obviously, they designed it for this, but to thread on and then fit in the 1/2 inch or 1.5 inches. What am I saying? That's all you need right there. Yeah, I'm surprised. That is a lot faster than what I thought it would be, and that has not been out in the sun. That's warm already. Wow. Huh. See how warm we can get it. That's surprising. I guess ideally you wouldn't want to use it for about 50 fittings. I've never realized that this one has even gotten warm. So maybe that's just the difference between how much torque you have to apply. But I don't know. That's it. That's where it's at. That's where we're at. That's where this is at. If you need 1.5 inches, spend the extra money. You're going to be able to do it all day. Again, I wouldn't trust that for doing 1.5 inches. You could, if you have 1 or 2 fittings and you have one already, but I would not buy that if you needed to do 1.5 inches and then expect it to keep working, because it's not made for that. I mean, you're probably going to have metal gears, but I don't believe that's going to be long term. And this is brushed, whereas this is brushless. Completely different animal. That thing has got serious torque. So that's it. I don't know. Let me know if you want to see anything else. They're here. Thanks for joining me. See you next week, next month. I don't know, whenever the next video is out. Yeah, so I just spent my entire yearly YouTube budget on PEX, 20 feet. Yeah.